I decided to start in this business because I love it. I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother started a bakery in 1959, and she was hugely successful. She became famous for having the best products in the city. She was actually a pioneer. She made the very first commercial birthday cake. And my grandmother and my mother worked together. And we got involved since we were little, so I was already very aware of what the business was like. So I came to Philadelphia to study cooking, and I studied beyond baking. The idea was to go back and open up a restaurant, but I never went back. But the dream stayed with me to continue with my grandmother's legacy, so I got professional training. And I worked in the business for 10 years, and then I left when it was time to raise my children. But I continued to experiment, I continued to educate myself, and I feel that the time is right now, because Philadelphia has changed dramatically in the last 28 years. Philadelphia has become a place where people have very sophisticated palates, people are adventurous, they like to try new things, they're very aware of culture. When I came here 28 years ago, nobody had any idea where Honduras was. Now people know where it is. A lot of them have been there or know somebody who's going there. So they're open for new flavors from new cultures. So I think that right now is a really great opportunity for me to share my grandmother's recipes, that are recipes not only native of Honduras, but strictly to my family. Our purpose with this business is to offer people a place, and people of all ages. To us, it's very important to include the whole family. We want grandmothers, mothers, grandfathers, grandchildren. We want a place where the teenagers can hang out. Why should they always just go out for a pizza or a burger? Nothing wrong with pizza and burgers, but a place where they can really feel good the minute they walk in. And if they want to eat a little bit of something savory and a little bit of something sweet, they can find both. A place where you can just go for dessert. And the types of desserts that I make, my true love are the mini ones. I love doing a display of 5 to 7 different desserts, different textures, different flavors. So it's really nice to do this kind of fusion. And people are very excited when they try my desserts, because I make things up and I mix things up, so you never know what I'm gonna serve. So one of the areas that I'm looking at is the area around 23rd and South. There's a lot of potential to that area. It's not fully developed yet, but there's a really great cafe across the street from my hairdressers. There's a few other coffee shops around there. And I go there to get my coffee. On the weekends, they're really busy, but that area is in desperate need of more businesses and better businesses. There's not much to do yet. And there's so much going on around. It's really starting to grow. CHOP is building this humongous building very close to the bridge. I see apartment buildings coming up. So that area is gonna boom. And I would like to get in there before it's out of my reach, before it's unaffordable. And I wanna be part of the growth of this area. I wanna be part of the development.
The first time I tried Lija's desserts was here at Coffee Market. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't get enough of them now. I recommend them to everyone that comes to Coffee Market. You have to try her desserts. They're so irresistible, so delicious. The freshness of the flavors are just amazing, and the way she presents them just makes them irresistible. You want to try all the little tiny delicious bites. I'm also a chef, and I cater events, and so I'm always recommending her amazing desserts to my clients, because they make an amazing accompaniment to a wonderful dinner. I think I can't say that I've ever tried any desserts in Philly like this, ever. My favorite is the tres leches cookie, which I hear is her mom's recipe. I love how it's just like sweet in the middle, and then not as the biscuits are not as sweet on the outside. Just makes it melt in your mouth. They're so good. And you can really just taste the love and taste the generations of experience that goes into creating that product. It's very special. It's an experience for sure, eating one of her desserts.
Well, actually, her product really speaks for itself. So actually, several people had brought to attention that there's a baker that does this fantastic stuff. She stopped by once and she said, and very modestly said, I'm just going to drop off a few samples. And that is how I learned about Ligia's pastries. I think her work ethic really shows in the way her products look. They are beautiful. And they really, when you taste them, you really can taste the quality of all the ingredients and products that she has used. And when you just look at them, you know there has to be a lot of love and hard work put in them.